And you're Mr. Griffin, is that correct?
No, all statements for the record comes now the living man, Anthony of the Griffin family.
All right, so Mr. Griffin,
appearing expressly.
wait, you need to stop talking. Is Mr. Griffin
appearing expressly
hearing today?
Yeah.
Are you Mr. Griffin or not?
I am Anthony of the Griffin family.
Are you the Anthony Griffin
of the
that is
estate
charged?
of
Stop a second here.
You asked me a question, I'm answering it.
Okay, I don't want you to answer it anymore. I want a yes or no answer to a question, okay? And the question is, and I have to get the case back in front of me, I'm sorry, but bear with me. Lost my calendar. I have a simple question for you.
25 CF 939.
Are you Anthony Griffin with a date of birth of August 20th, 1985?
I am not the dead entity Anthony Griffin. I am the executor of the estate. I do not agree to be.
All right, well, we'll have to set this over and hold you in custody then until we can have a later.
I am objecting, as I've been held for 72 hours without seeing the judge. That is unlawful.
But you're not Anthony
So
Griffin.
you are agreeing to violate my common law rights. Is that what you're saying?
I'm asking you to, let's do this. Okay. I'm going to find probable cause that this is Mr. Griffin that is acting in an obstructing way, but we'll go ahead with it. Do you have a copy of the complaint there in front of
I
you?
object that you're obstructing my justice.
Your objection is noted.
I'm a more. You have
If you keep talking over me, we're going to cancel this.
Talking over me. I just want to state the facts. Do you not want the facts to be stated on the case? Am I not allowed?
You're not allowed. No, you're not allowed to talk about it.
An attorney. I am not.
Okay, let's hold him in custody or canceling this hearing. You're going to have to be held. You're not allowed to cooperate. Make a record show that
You're violating my rights. Let the record show that, please. Thank you.
Understand where the Defendant's office refers to Mr. Griffin has indicated that he wants to take care of his own case.
Right? Is that right, Mr. Griffin?
I'm not Mr. Griffin. I'm Anthony of the Griffin. I have the power of attorney for him. I do have a question, but the court will be allowed to speak freely, or will my civil rights be again granted?
Oh, you get to make a statement on bail, but we're going to do this in an orderly fashion. But you're indicating that you're.
Buckle up, guys. Today we are going to watch a courtroom exchange that becomes tense almost immediately. The judge simply wants confirmation that the man before the court is Anthony Griffin, but Griffin refuses to answer in the ordinary way. Instead, he distinguishes himself from the legal entity named in the case. As the judge presses for a direct answer, the conversation quickly turns into a confrontation over identity, procedure, and Griffin's continued custody.
Not Mr. Griffin, or that's just not how you identify yourself?
It's not about me identifying myself and the Griffin. There's my all caps entity with the dead entity. I actually have an EIN for this created entity. This is not me. I also do not live this address. I'm also not a black man. I am on board. So a lot of things on here are totally wrong, which cannot be at all. My weight is not 240 pounds. All this information is false. But as for the record, all statements for the record comes now the living man and the other Griffin family. Sure, yours or your son status appearing expressly to continue the regular accordingly. I'm not to be mistaken with the all caps estate, as I am the occupant of the executive office and also the sole beneficiary of the state. I filed my power of attorney with the court and I'm ready to proceed. Let the record show that I do not agree to be a surety for the dead entity as it was created from the state and was given to me and is not a representation of me. I am not one who owes a debt to the United States or to the state of Wisconsin. Further, I'm not a flight risk. The only reason I'm supported would be the failure of the court to notify me of said date. Furthermore, upon being detained, I made it very clear to Officer Gilson that I wanted my rights read to me. Officer Gilson first refused after we asked him twice to know if they read my rights. After Officer Gilson read me my rights, I made it very clear to him that I wanted my attorney present with the sheriff. Officer Gilson then replied, "They won't come." I made it very clear to him that if he continued to talk to me without my attorney present and the sheriff present, it would be a violation of my civil rights and my constitutional rights. He ignored these facts and continued with the arrest as a violation of my law and the rights and the protocol that he agreed to follow as an officer. I was pulled over while traveling in a private automobile. The plates read, DOT exempt, do not detain private traveler. I made it very clear to him that he does not have jurisdiction, but yet he forced it. I was never properly identified as a suspect. My fingerprints were taken under direct arrest of forgery after I told them I did not own my fingerprints or people taken until I have a court order from the judge. I do not argue with any of the facts in this charging incident. This is not me taking a plea. It's accepted for value and returned for value while the charge continues in this case.
From a third-person perspective, this section shows Griffin expanding on why he rejects being identified as Anthony Griffin. He claims the information attached to that name does not represent him, and describes himself as the occupant of an executive office and beneficiary of an estate. He then challenges the circumstances of his arrest, questioning the officer's actions, his rights, fingerprints, and the court's jurisdiction. The judge allows him to speak, but the claims continue to conflict with the court's process.
And use my exemption for discharge and set off and release the order to me immediately.
Okay. Well, I think there's at least a reasonable inference on the record that the person known as Anthony Griffin is the same individual in front of me. When they call Anthony Griffin's case, he came out of the holding cell. I don't know why he would do that if he's not. I gave you an opportunity to speak. I'm speaking now, sir. You can object. There's no basis for it. I'm looking at the court records. Please don't interrupt. I'm looking at the jail records.
The Trust Act of 1666 says that when somebody claims their estate, you are to relinquish all of the things to them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's okay. That also means that this is not.
You can file your written motion.
Not a competent court with jurisdiction, and I challenge jurisdiction under Federal Rule of Procedure 5.1.
It's denied. The booking photo.
Now the courtroom reaches a critical point. After hearing Griffin's arguments, the judge says the available court and jail records support the conclusion that the person appearing before the court is Anthony Griffin. Griffin continues raising objections and citing legal concepts, but the judge maintained control of the hearing. The situation then shifts toward bail as the state asks for financial conditions and a restriction involving dangerous weapons. Griffin objects again, setting up another direct clash over the court's authority.
And the filming records match this particular individual. I'll find probable cause.
Man can be lowered over his own case.
And where would you like us to send mail, sir?
You already have mail.
Okay,
53532.
thank you.
And I have a right to be
What's the state's position on bail?
Thank you, Your Honor. In this case, the state is asking the court to impose $1,000 pound of bail with the condition that the defendant be prohibited from possessing any dangerous weapons as defined by the statutes. It's my understanding that the defendant posted $5,000 cash on his current pending felony case and then failed to appear in court. He is alleged to have refused to identify himself and has committed additional crimes while out on cash bail, which is, as we know, a general violation of our conditions.
I object.
It's our position that
Let her finish. We can't have this hearing. We are talking over people. We're trying to record it. What's the basis for the
The
objection?
basis for the objection is the fact that she has no basis of knowing who I am. I don't know who she is.
All right.
She's not even.
The objection's overruled. I ruled it, Mr. Griffin. Let her finish.
As far as that failure to appear, Your Honor, it looks like a bench warrant for a body-only hold was issued on January 27th of this year in pending case 24 CF 907. That warrant was not served until almost 3 months later on the 17th of April this year.
So, Your Honor, they're sure not that when somebody has a court date that they have to be served a court date so they know that it's there? Or is it okay to actually set a court date without notifying the defendant or the accused and then locking them up for warrant?
All right, and I gather you're alleging that Judge Highland did not send notice to you?
No, there's no certified anything there. There's no document or proof of service of anything of that date. I went to every previous court date and I don't skip court date. He didn't show up for the last 3 court dates prior to that, and I actually put in a motion for failure to prosecute, yet they still moved forward as if nothing was placed in and no one came to court except for me and the prosecutor, and the judge was hiding in the back or whatever the case may be. I filed an abatement just to let them know I'm not the person who they're looking for, but yet I keep getting trampled over in court. My rights keep trampled over in court. You have this person standing to the left of me who knows me not at all, and yet I would like her to take the stand and talk about how she knows me personally, because you cannot be a beneficiary.
Well, we're not going to be doing any of that, Mr. Griffin.
And she is not the state. I know her not. So I don't understand what's going on.
All right, well, it looks like they mailed notice to the address that you had on file at the time.
So,
But you're gonna have to take that up with Judge Hyland. That case is not before me. Looks like he's issued a body-only warrant. You can't get released on that until you have a hearing with Judge Hyland in that case. I think Kevin.
At this stage, the focus moves to Griffin's alleged failure to appear. He argues that he was never properly notified of the relevant court date and questions how the court could proceed without proof that he received notice. The judge reviews the available information and explains that notice was mailed to the address Griffin had on file. The judge also makes clear that the separate warrant must be addressed with Judge Hyland, leaving Griffin unable to resolve that matter in this hearing.
The history, $1,000 cash bail is necessary. I will set that.
I object. It's clear that
And that's fine.
rights have been violated and you're still moving forward. This is called an obstruction of justice.
Don't
Let
see
the
that your
record
rights
show
have been
that.
violated.
Know everything that I've said.
It's all being recorded, Mr. Griffin. You would have the right to a preliminary hearing in 10 days. Do you want that scheduled?
But I don't want to sit in jail any longer.
Okay, well, you're going to have to get a hearing in front of Judge Hyland on the other case. Right now, you're not allowed to post any cash bail to get released in that particular case. I don't have any authority to do anything with that.
So if you don't have authority, then
You're going to have to address
I object.
that
If you don't
case
have
with him.
authority to actually set me a bail, you do not have authority over me. Matter of fact, Your Honor, are you responsible for me if something happens to me?
All right, and I'll also order that you not use or possess dangerous weapons as it's defined by the state
You're
statute.
responsible for
And because I haven't heard a response, I don't believe we have a waiver of time limits to set a time for
Are you
preliminary
responsible
hearing.
for me if something happens?
And we are adjourned. Mr. Griffin.
Since you're not responsible for me if something happens to me, let the record show that you are not.
Like the video and subscribe for more real courtroom moments.
All right, guys, the final moments bring the hearing to its conclusion. Griffin continues objecting and insists that his rights are being violated, even after the judge explains what can and cannot be handled in this courtroom. He then asks whether the judge would be responsible if something happened to him in custody. The judge rejects that responsibility and imposes a dangerous weapons restriction. That closes the confrontation. If you enjoyed this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.